everyone. All right. Hey, everyone. It's Rita from MISSRITA to the rescue. And here I am with two of my dogs to present to you Cricut Chat with MISSRITA. This is a daily live video. Uh-oh, my camera is moving around. So let me see if I can fix that. All right. I want to say hello to everyone. Hope you're doing well. I hope my camera doesn't move too much during this presentation. I am in this. Yes, I have, Bren. I can talk about it too. So let's see. Let's say good morning. So Barbara, good morning. Shelley, how are you? Shirley, are you doing okay? I saw your post. I'm a little worried. And there is Marie, Pat, and Christine, Penny, and another Christine, Louise, and Babs, and Sherry, and Diana, and Tammy. Hello and welcome everybody to today's program. Bren brought up the big announcement. It's not really a big announcement, but Cricut just launched their version of a glue gun. And I was planning on showing you that tomorrow, but I also need to do a sympathy card. So maybe I might have to add a special video about it. You guys know me and glue guns, and I'm not easily impressed by glue guns, but this one is pretty awesome, and it is now available on the Cricut website. Make sure you use my link, and you could, I'm not sure if you can use my code because it is technically a plugin. Okay, so today we're back to this area where I have my Explore 3, and then over here, which you can't see right now except for the platen, is our Cricut Autopress, that big beautiful machine, and I thought we would use that today. And the Explore 3, I just got done using it, and we're going to be making this really pretty, it's gold glitter iron-on. It's iron-on. It's gold glitter iron-on that I have cut out with this smart iron-on. You can actually see it was on clearance at Joann's. Not really sure why. They seem to like put weird things on, like Cricut things on clearance. I don't understand. For me, clearance means they're no longer going to carry it, but perhaps they get new, I don't know, smaller rolls. I don't know. Anyway, this was a 9-foot roll that I got for $35, and I thought that was a pretty good deal. And that's what it looks like. Hey, you. Hey. I love that this is smart material because I don't have to put it on a mat. And this is probably my favorite material to cut as a smart material because glitter iron-on is super thick. It's super thick. And putting it on a mat and getting it to stick to a mat can be a little problematic. And so I wanted to just kind of show you how that would work. And I also wanted to show you how I started off with it. So I originally started off using gold glitter cardstock. But as you can see, this is a very intricate design, and getting it off of my regular green mat was so difficult, and it ripped in places, and so it was just super difficult to do. And then piling it up because I had so many that I cut out, and it just was a mess. And I said, you know what? I think we could do this with iron-on. So I have all of these already cut out, and I said, forget it. I'm going to do the iron-on. So let's show you how, from start to finish, how you're going to make this project. Okay. So I'm going to actually open up my Explore 3. Now remember, you can only use the smart materials with either the Explore 3, the Maker 3, or you can use the Joy sized materials that are smart materials with your Joy. This project could be cut on your Joy if you wanted to, depending on how many you wanted to cut out. I think it would be easy, quick, and fun to do. And then I did add these little holes in here, so that way you can string it up like this, because I think this looks beautiful. And I'm actually going to be hanging these in like my doorways, just to kind of jazz things up. I went and found some of my fall decorations. Can't seem to find all of them. So I had a little trouble finding them all. So I thought, well, I need to make new decorations. And that's what I set out to do today. So we're going to go to Cricut. And I'm going to actually back out of this so you can see what I'm doing here. So this is my project. It is available in the community, and so you can grab it and also follow me in the community. And here we go. So you'll notice that these images are, let me ungroup them. It's just two pieces. So this piece is paper. And then this piece I'm going to cut out in iron-on. Where did I get this image? Because it's the same image, but I just have different colors underneath it. Okay. So where did I get that? All right, let's find it. We're going to go to images. And while we're here, let's go and choose image sets. You see that? And then now that we have image sets, I'm going to put in pretty, P-R-E-T-T-Y, pretty. And there it is. It's called, all right, he's got a loud bark. It's called Pretty Pennants. Pretty pennants. Anyway, this is an oldie but a goodie, and this is where I found these. I think the thing that I don't like about this old and some of the old images is the colors are kind of weird. But there it is right there, which you can save, and you can just sort of add it to there. I did resize them, so each one is about 3.5 by 5 inch. I'm going to just delete this. And so I did also put those holes in there just like we did before. Okay. So, so then I'm going to hit make it. Now my iPad is attached already to my Explore 3. As you can see, I'm not sure if you can see that actually, but let me see if I can move a little bit. Can you see the blue light here? That means that I'm attached via Bluetooth to my machine, to my iPad. Okay. And so then here we go. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 mats. All right. And what we're going to do here is we need to make sure that the Explorer knows that these images that are just plain are going to be cut on a mat. Okay. And it's going to be cut on a mat. So we need to change them because it automatically comes out as without mat, you see here. So we would just go up here and we would see all of our mats, and only this gold glitter is going to be without mat. So we need to go on the mat for all of these. See? I used 8.5 by 11 inch paper. I was able to get 4 out of one sheet. So if you use 8.5 by 11 inch paper, you can actually double this project. Now this one here, it's already on without mat. If it's useful to you, you don't have to do it for this one, even though I always say, you know, it's mirror. You mirror for the iron-on. You don't actually need to mirror this one, but I will do it because that's kind of what we want to get in the habit of doing. Okay, so you'll see here we've got 3, 6, 7, 8 more here, and then we hit next. And we are going to be cutting this. So let's do all materials. Now, because we have it on without the mat, we're going to only have a limited, you know, these compatible. So if you looked at all of the material settings, they're shaded out. So that's a really important step a lot of people forget, and they have to go back. So we didn't forget it. So we're going to choose Smart Iron on Glitter. Let's choose that one. You see, and there it goes. Now my machine is blinking now, so I can take my iron on and I'm going to put it in. There's 2 sides. See, this is a nice shiny side. That side is going to go down. We're going to be cutting this out from here. So let's go ahead and put the dull side there, and we're just going to feed it into the machine like this. And once the material's in, all we do is hit go, and we're ready to go. On the Explore 3, we have to hit the button on the machine. This is different than the Joy. So let's just hit go, and we can see how that goes. So while that's going, you'll see here it will tell me how far I'm along in the process. I'm going to actually put it aside. Hi, Annette. Hi, how are you? Nice to see you. Okay, so that's going to cut out. It cuts out pretty fast, and this is what we end up with, this. So it's actually wider, but I cut it down. And so what I'll do is cut this down for you, and then we're going to weed it. So again, we're going to weed on the wrong side of it. See, there you go. And if it's hard to see, I actually have my my Cricut bright lamp on because it's a little bit hard to see this, but sometimes when you move it around a little bit, you can see it better. So that's what I'm doing here. And also, I always put my head up in there as well. Oops, I just did the wrong thing, I think. Yeah, here we go. So we're going to just remove the stuff we don't want on these, which is what I'm doing here. Like that. And there are some pretty thin lines. That's what I ended up getting. It's a little problematic with the paper. So if you don't have an Explorer 3 or a Maker 3, you want to use glitter paper, you can certainly do it. It works, but it is a little bit difficult to put on, because then you'd have to use a lot of glue, and I will show you how to do that as well. Okay. So, so if you decide I don't want to do the iron-on, I just want to do, I got to look at this up close. There we go. I just want to do the, the glitter cardstock. Then you can do that. Just glue it to the back there. So that's how we're going to go ahead and weed this. I need to weed it a little bit more. So today I will have quite a few of these to give away. I'm going to give away these 4 together on string. I'll show you how to string these up at the end. And so I would say let's do, I don't know, let's do 5 giveaways, and let's do 1 from Facebook, and then Loretta can choose. So if you would like to win this, speak out, and Loretta can choose from. Is Loretta here today? So let's do that, and I will just continue to do this. And this is going to take a bit to do to cut all out. So we're going to move on even while it's cutting. So you see here, that's how I did that. So I have this whole big block of these. Now, if you want to do this with the glitter paper, because I did cut out the glitter paper, then I would just simply use my glue and just go in and glue in all of the little places, like right here and here. Okay, so that's how you would do it. But today we're going to use the Autopress, which is the latest machine from Cricut. So we need to first go to our internet, because we need to know what we are going to set it up. So this is called the Cricut Heat Guide. If you've never seen it, you really should check it out. I use it constantly, and it's super useful. Obviously, it uses the Easy Presses, but at all the sizes, by the way, the Easy Press Mini, the Mug Press, and here is the Auto Press. Okay, so we're going to click on the Auto Press. I hope. Let me just try that again. Hold on. Let's go there. Cricut Heat Guide. We're clicking on the Auto Press. You can't see that it's clicked on unless you don't see the green underneath it, okay? Because the picture is pretty big. So we're going to choose the material. It says Smart Iron-On Glitter. And then the base material is cardstock right here, okay? And then we hit apply. So this is what it tells us. We need to preheat for 5 seconds. Actually, when I'm using cardstock, I don't do the preheat, but we want to set it to 290 degrees, and we're going to do it for 15 seconds. So let's go ahead and put on, I'm going to move this slightly out of the way, so it's out of the way. And we're going to turn on, and I'll move you over here so you can see. I know that the Autopress isn't all in the picture. It's sort of, that's just what I'm dealing with because I record and do this on my iPhone. Okay, so here is the Autopress, and it has this thing. It's called a pod. The pod is connected to the machine. This is all the control of it, except for turning it on. So you turn it on the side. And by the way, you do not have to leave this up. You can actually put it down when not in use, which is how I do it. And then I open it up like this. Now I'm going to have to set the pod to those temperatures that we have here, 290 degrees. And we do that, the temperature is here, so we're going to set it to 290. And you see that we've got the red squigglies, and those red squigglies are just, it means it's heating up. Oh, gee. Sorry, guys. I haven't actually used this tripod thing in a while, so it's kind of moving, and I apologize. All right. So we're waiting for it to heat up to 290, and we're going to do 15 degrees of heat. Now, what we'll do is we'll take one of these that I've gone ahead and already weeded, and then we'll take this, the paper, and what I'm actually going to do, line it up like this, and I'm actually going to take some tape and adhere it to the back of this because it needs to, wow, that's done. Yikes, that's pretty cool. It's done. All right. What? All right, so here we go. It's done, so I can move this out of the way. All right. So here's my cardstock, and here is my cutout, which I've cut out, and I've actually trimmed it around the side. And what I noticed is because it's glitter, of course, it's still kind of curly. So what I decided to do was to take some of the tape, the heat resistant tape. Let's grab some of that. And I'm going to take just little slices out of my tape. And I'm going to line this up. And I'm going to tape it to the back side of the cardstock. It should not ruin the cardstock, but even if it does, it's going to be on the back side, so we don't have to worry about it. We don't need to put a whole bunch of tape. We just need to put enough to keep it in place. And let's do more than one. We'll do 2 or 3, so you can see how quickly this happens versus having to glue them. Okay, so there we go. There's the brown. Get my tape ready. All right. Putting my heat resistant tape. See, just like that. Let's do a third one. This one I have to trim up a little. Now, guys, if you live like I do with a bunch of furry beasts, you might end up having it in the air and it might stick to your iron-on. In that case, what I usually use is just the roller on the iron-on material, and that will lift up any hairs there. This is not super important in this project, but when you're doing a project like a shirt, it's pretty noticeable. So do keep that in mind if you have animals. Otherwise, you're going to have to like sort of cut it out. All right. So there we go. We have 3 ready to go, and our heat is almost up to the 290. All right, so while I'm waiting for it almost gets to 290, I'm just going to place these on the platen. You notice it's still kind of curling up, but that's okay because the platen is going to come down and press it in place. And I have put the tape on there so that it will stick. Okay, might move this one this way. All right, so it's ready. You heard the beep and it's ready. So now I'm going to take and bring this down. It's very light. You don't have to, if you have somebody like me, I struggle with like fibromyalgia and just don't have a lot of really upper body strength. So the only thing that you have to do is you just pull it down and pull this part down. And then it will do our 15 seconds. I do have a code and a link. Okay, I do have a code and a link. My code is MISSRITA, and you use it with the link. And the link is always in the description of the video. All right, so it's done. It's a little bit hot. I'm going to remove it from my my mat and let it cool down. And let's move you down here so you can see how we put this together. All right, so it's a little bit hot. I'm just going to take my weeding tool, and I'm just going to take off that tape. I can use that tape again as I work through this whole project. All right, let's take that off of all 3 of those. And one thing I did notice is that this glitter is a little bit different than my cardstock glitter. So I have to decide on, so this one is the glitter that I did with the iron-on. And these are actually the glitter from the cardstock. So I'm not going to be able to sort of mix and match those if that's what you were thinking of doing. Just wanted to point that out. Unless you can match your glitter iron-on with your cardstock. Honestly, I really think this was the better idea. So that's what I am going to encourage you to do. And obviously you do not need smart iron-on. If you have the glitter iron-on and you have like an Air 2 or the original maker, then you could certainly use those things. I just like that it's easy to go into the machine. There's our first one. Isn't that awesome? And I'm just peeling it. It's so easy. There we go. And the next one. And as you can see, it's all attached. I actually have a little bit extra over here. Not sure why, but it's on the back, so it really doesn't matter. And let's do that again, okay? So we've got our iron-on. Let's go ahead and trim it up so that we can get a really nice, close thing. So we're trimming it up. Here we go. This is such a quick and easy project. I think the hardest part is the weeding of the iron-on, and even that, as long as you have it in really a good light, it becomes easy to do. So trimming these again. Then I'm going to get my paper. So I've got, let's do brown and green and pumpkin and this beautiful cranberry color. And we will take and line it up. You want to line it up so that the holes are lined up like that. And then the tape. Just like that. Okay. My tape is not wanting to stick the second time, so I misspoke. I thought it was going to stick a second time, but it's not wanting to do that. So maybe need new tape. And remember, the tape that I'm using is it's a heat tape. Don't just use regular plastic tape. That will cause a problem. You need to use the heat resistant tape. Okay. So there's another one, and let's get some more tape. All right. Tape, tape, tape. Whoops. All right. Make sure it's lined up. And then this one. So we're going to try to see if we can do 4 of these at a time. I'm pretty sure that we're going to be able to do that. I want to take this tape that's kind of messed up. All right. Last piece of tape right here. Okay. Let's move back over. Our Autopress is already heated up to the 290 degrees for the 15 seconds. And having that tape on there is going to make sure that this is lined up correctly. And I think I'll just put them like this. Maybe I can put them all like this. All right. And I know that it's sort of curled up, but when it presses down, it will press down to the right part of the cardstock. Ready? We're going to do this again. So just pull down on the handle itself. That's it. And it's going to do the counting for me. It does all the pressure for me. I don't have to worry about anything like having to lift up the machine and put it on there. Now, obviously, if you don't have an Autopress, all the other presses do this. But I just kind of like this one. So it's still hot. Woo! So let me just get them off there because this actually will maintain the heat a little bit. And you'll notice that I actually have a little bit of the iron-on still on there, but that's okay. I'm just gonna like kind of peel it off with my fingers and move you down here so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm gonna take off my tape first. Yeah, I think now that I think about it, I think I will do sort of like a video about the glue gun because I only played with it when it first was sent to me, and I really didn't do a whole lot with it because I'm not such a fan of glue guns, but I was actually pretty excited that Cricut came out with something because whenever they do something like whenever they redo something, I am not a fan of glue guns, as you guys know. I always get, burnt by them, and it's just it's frustrating, but it is a useful machine. And so I'm sure Cricut has redesigned it and made it so that it doesn't drip and that it's got all these other little features. And so I will show you what those are. Okay. I'll do that separately. All right, so now it's cooled off and I've taken off the tape. So I'm just going to start peeling off that top bit. That's our little transfer sheet. Look at how beautiful that is. It's on there really well. And no glue. Pretty awesome, right? And then we'll string these up and show you what I came up with for the string. So I found all of my string and twine. I don't know what happened. It ended up in my other room where I keep all my extra stuff. I usually keep it right out here on the porch, and I couldn't, whoops, this one here, look. So it's a little bit over, so I'm just gonna just clean it up. I think that was an issue of it cut wrong, the paper cut wrong. Okay, so now I have all of these, and I am going to use this. This is gold twine. I believe I got it at Christmas time, and instead of trying to, because twine is a lot of different strands put together. So this is the black twine that I was looking for, and you can see it's all these different strands. This one's a little bit thinner, but what I'm going to use is this. These are like needlepoint or yarn needles. So I got them as a pack. Usually can buy them, and they're like one or two. Buy them at Michael's or any of the other places that you shop at. Okay, so I'm just going to take my needle, and then I'll put these in the order that I want. So I got red and pumpkin and brown and green, and let's do two different ones. So green, brown, this, oops, I didn't do another pumpkin. All right, we'll just do one, and then I'll finish these up offline. So I'm just going to take and put my needle through. I might have to push it a little bit because my holes are pretty small. I'm going to go in to the back and then come out on the other side, and just be gentle there because the needle has a sort of thickened head there. So we're going to do this and press it in. This is going to look so cute having these on my doorways. I went into my local Michael's, and I saw so many lovely crafts, a lot of different pre-made things. And of course, I looked at it and I'm like, I could do that. I could do that. So I go into Michael's and I take pictures and then I look at the things and see how I'm going to recreate them. So you'll be seeing some more projects of things that I saw. But I don't recall having seen this one. because it's a Cricut project. Isn't that cool? And by the way, all of the images that I'm using are from Cricut Design Space, and they are all free to you for use if you are an Access customer. Access is the membership program that is available to you. If you want to, you can be premium or standard, I guess. I'm premium. I get a little bit more off for my materials, but there's no difference, I think, in the image. So if you want to be the standard, because you don't buy a whole lot from Cricut or something, I just happen to buy a lot from Cricut. So that's it. Isn't that great? So quick and easy with the Autopress, and just beautiful, really stunning. And you could do more than 4. You could do whatever you want to do as far as colors. You could probably even do patterns if you wanted to. But I just love that there is that consistency with the gold. So that is sort of that's sort of me. So okay, the winners, Loretta did post the winners, but I missed it. Oh my gosh. So Joe Davis won. Connie Weaver won. Who else? Thank you, Catherine. So I need to pick somebody from Facebook, and I wasn't checking the name. So if you're on Facebook watching me today, could you, if you're on Facebook, oh, there we go. Today's winners are Linda Becker, Connie Weaver, Sandra Dolan, and Joe Davis. And then Penny, could you find somebody on Facebook? Or maybe Penny, you want to win. Oh, Tammy. So Tammy, I'm going to probably mispronounce your name. Tammy Beekner. Okay. Tammy Beekner, we have picked you because you're on Facebook. Okay. So if you are a winner, Loretta has graciously put that in the comments if you're watching on YouTube. But if you are a winner, what you're going to do is send me an email at MISSRITA to the rescue. It's MISS Rita to the rescue at gmail.com. And you're going to say, hi, Rita, and whatever you want to say, and say, I was the winner of your autumn leaves banner. Make sure you say what you won. And then here's my address, and use your name and address. And I will get this out in the mail. It's really helpful to me that you tell me what you won, because I get confused, and also I'm working with my mom on this, so I have to be very concise with the instructions. So that's important. So you will receive this by regular post mail, and hopefully I'll get them all out today, because Mom's coming over today. And that's our project for today. I just love it. If you are in the market to buy any supplies or machines, be sure to look in the description of the video and find my link. The only way that I get credit for a sale is if you use my link. And that is how I support myself. So that's really important. And there's a link, and my code this half of the year is MISS Rita, RITA. If you want to support me, you can also support me via Patreon. We have some Patreon people. Thank you so much for being a Patreon person. Now that all my life has calmed down a little bit, I will be going back to picking winners from Patreon as well. And then also mention that we do have monthly giveaways, and there is one going on right now. You can enter your name every day until the end of the month, and then I will pick the winners and I will announce them. We just picked the winners for August, and I believe everybody in August has sent me their message. So, or sorry, their email. So if you are a winner, make sure that you say what you won if you know what it is that you won, because I got a lot of stuff going in and out of this this little studio. So definitely do that. All right, I think that's going to do it for me for today. As I mentioned, Cricut just came out with a new glue gun, so I think I will set up a separate class to explain the glue gun. I'm not sure if it will be live. Let's see. I'll try to think about that a little bit. It kind of was sprung on us last night, and so I really didn't get a chance to prepare for it. And then tomorrow, for our last day of the month, we are doing a Anna Griffin sympathy card for a man. So I have a friend who sadly lost his brother, and he is a male, and I wanted to send him, but I didn't want him to send him like a really frou-frou kind of card from Anna Griffin. I wanted to send a beautiful card, but I didn't want to send one that was like all flowers and stuff. So I decided to use one of her layered image cards and set that up as a sympathy card. So we'll be doing that tomorrow. So I hope you can join me for tomorrow. And then whenever I do the glue gun, I will definitely let you know that we're going to have the glue gun. All right, everyone. Thank you. Thank you, Delia. I appreciate it. All right. Have a wonderful day. It is gorgeous here, and I'm so looking forward to seeing my mom and getting some stuff done. We might actually go outside today to do some weeding. I haven't weeded in a long time. So oh, and by the way, that's my machine telling me it's going to sleep. So I'm going to actually close it up and work on weeding the rest of these. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for coming. We'll see you again tomorrow, I hope, and have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye-bye.